Hey guys, it's me, King Ja, and this is Devlog 2 on a little game I'm working on called Randungeon. If you haven't seen the first devlog on this, the link is in the description by the way. Basically, this is a standard roguelike, but with the twist of having each monster be randomly generated. Also, be sure to like and subscribe. Anyways, let's just get started with... I haven't done much with the gameplay yet, except add this dialogue system, which looks simple, but it was pretty tricky to make. So, I started off with a video on how to make the animated dialogue system, and then I realized that the default font looks pretty bad, so I wanted to change it. So then I had to go and make my own font, and then I had to convert it to a font asset because TextMesh Pro doesn't accept regular font files. So what do we have after all that? Well, here's what we have. So you can go through the dialogue, you can skip the dialogue, it's pretty simple, but I think I will be able to expand it later though. So that's all I've got for gameplay, so now let's move on to art.
Bruh.
So for the art, I've got these two characters, Nasal and Lesna. Lesna had to go through a bit of a redesign from the last video because the file that had both of them in it got deleted somehow. Luckily, I still had a file that had Nasal in it, so I was able to recover him, but I had to redraw Lesna from scratch. Another thing I did regarding the art is draw a bunch of little characters to populate the shop so it doesn't look bland and boring. Well, that's basically everything I've got for art, so I guess now we can move on to music. So for music, I've made one new track for the shop area, which is going to be in between the different levels of the dungeon. Also, I've made a bunch more tracks that you can check out in my video 10 minutes of intense Randungeon music. So for the story, I'm going to talk some more about Nasal and Lesna, who I've shown a bit but never really fully explained. Firstly, their names. If you take the letters in the word nasal and then rearrange them, you can actually rearrange them to make the word Lesna. I just thought this would be a fun little Easter egg to include in the game, because like, why not? There's also a little mystery to them and why they're in the dungeon, and throughout the game you'll slowly learn how they ended up there and the story expands. Speaking of the dungeon, this is the basic layout I have planned for it. So you go from the first level to the first shop level, the second level to the second shop level, and so on until you get to the final boss. So that's the end of this devlog. Be sure to like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for the next devlog. Anyways, bye!